Thank you, Team Simsacho. May I now invite Team Sai Kung to come upon the stage to present their ideas. Team Sai Kung, please.
Since its inception in the 1960s, HIT has been at the forefront of its industry for the past 50 years. Yet now we are 1 decade into the 21st century, and HIT currently faces a variety of questions, the most important of which being, what are the steps it can take to remain competitive and dynamic in a rapidly changing industry? Good afternoon, my colleagues and I represent Coombs & Co. Consulting, and today we are here to present to you a set of recommendations that will allow HIT to be sustainable, competitive, and dynamic. Today we will walk you through our analysis of the situation, our key recommendations, the financial impact and risks of our recommendations, as well as how we will implement our strategies. First, we analyze HIT's current position as being a regional container hub facing 2 major threats, the first of which being increasing competition from ports in mainland China, which has led to a loss in major customers in the import-export business. Secondly, HIT currently faces a number of capacity constraints, which has forced HIT to make trade-offs regarding the types of cargo they service, as well as dealing with the types of the increase in transshipment activity, meaning they are unable to serve the large amount of volume and demand currently at their fingertips. In order to mitigate these threats, we propose 2 recommendations, the first of which being smooth sailing, a customer relationship management program that will allow HIT to better serve its customers, to build their customer relationships, and strengthen customer loyalty. The second of these strategies deals with capacity constraints. We call this docking at sea. It is an innovative capacity expansion program, which is the construction and use of floating container storage and transshipment terminals as a way to overcome the land constraints that HIT currently faces. The financial impact is a net present value of $220 million per terminal. But before we go into detail with our recommendations, we wanted to first take a look at the industry. We analyzed that the port industry is heavily intertwined with that of the shipping industry, and the key trend here is the increase in larger ships, which translate into larger amounts of volume of cargo that HIT must be able to service. HIT, however, comes in with a set of positive forces, including its tightly integrated IT infrastructure, efficiency and quality of service, and most importantly, their competitive advantage at being located in the gateway to Asia. As we mentioned earlier, the biggest problem here is HIT's capacity constraint. HIT currently has the opportunities to serve large amounts of volume in cargo, but we need to turn this golden problem into a golden opportunity. To do that, we considered several different options, the first of which being refocus on a higher margin import-export business as a way to service lower volumes but keep revenues at the same level. We also looked at implementing a CRM program in order for HIT to better service its customers. We also considered increasing tariffs or adjusting pricing as a way to make up for some losses in revenue. We also looked at leasing Kwaichung as a land expansion opportunity to increase the process and storage capacity for HIT. Second, we have innovative capacity management, which is looking beyond the barriers of land constraint and turning into the ocean as a way to expand process and storage capacity. Lastly, we have investing in Container Terminal 10, which is the current pending government development on the northwest side of Lantau Island, or the south side of Qingyi, as a secondary port in Hong Kong. After we analyze the impacts and weaknesses of each recommendation, we recommend HIT to engage in a CRM program, as well as introduce the innovative capacity management system as a way to help make HIT sustainable and competitive in the future. And now my colleagues will walk you through the recommendations of our strategy.
So first, let's take a look at the competitive landscape that HIT faces. We've outlined 3 competitors. MTL, which is in Kuaishing, which has 7 berths and holds 32% of the Hong Kong throughput. We've outlined 2 operators in Shenzhen, one being Chiwan and the other Shoukou. These have 27% and 17% market share respectively, and they both face the same constraints on capacity. Now, the common theme between all these competitors is their strive for price competition. Now, this price competition is an area where HIT can differentiate themselves from the competition by adding value-added services and get out of these devastating price wars. As we move forward, we can see that traditional success factors have been related based on customer service, speed, reliability, and price. HIT has established a culture of innovation which outlined and set the framework for their IT system, and this IT system will lead the pathway moving forward. What we recommend is using that CRM system to generate more transparent communication with customers and further the developments that HIT has made. This will allow for relevant, timely, and accurate communication. Now, as we look into the CRM system, we can see that it will be leveraging the already in place IT service network. On the slides, you can notice that we have examples listing of what metrics can be measured that our customers, the shipping lines, will see and can relate back to their business. These metrics can be used to help improve communication and lead to what we like to call a culture of continual communication and continual improvement. Let's take a look at exactly what this portal will look like. As you can see, we've pulled up HIT's customer service page. My colleague will help us log in and see exactly what this looks like. Through each step, HIT will be on the side of their customers. This will add value and ensure customer loyalty in the long term. What we have here is just one of many examples. But overall, in the long term, HIT can measure its success through tracking customer relationships and customer progress through surveys or other sources that can help them understand how successful the CRM program has been in retaining and gaining new customers. But with this, there are still the constraints of capacity. And now my colleagues will go into that a little further.
HIT currently has a golden problem. It's constraints in capacity. With the industry forecast as well as the own company's forecast, transshipment business is going to be on a growth pattern, which means that with the current capacity that the HIT currently have, we're not going to be able to handle the capacity of different new transshipment business coming into the port. So how do we solve this problem without running into land issues or government regulation issues? We recommend that HIT